Now, for the first time since Kentucky's season ended against Robert Morris in the NIT, John Calipari faced the media today to talk about lessons from last year and how he expects this season to be different.
You know, people are asking me all the time, how are you feeling about things and last year and this year and the players? And you all know we won the national title. We did that tour. I had to do a thing in New York, and after that, it was over. Rearview mirror was taken out, moving forward. I would tell you the same with this season. You learn from each season. For me, there'll be a time to smell the roses. It's just not right now. So you move on. There were many things that happened that were good last year. And here's the other thing I want to tell you. It's not just did they get better. Did they learn about themselves? Because sometimes you learn about yourself in a season. Are you ready? Marcus Teague. And you change it in the season. Sometimes you can't. They're just too young. They learn about themselves in a season, know that this isn't going to work. They change, and they get better. So part of last season was the beginnings of success for the coming year. So when I look at it, you know, there were things that I wish had been different. I wish Nerlens didn't get hurt and maybe guys got it and changed during the year, but it doesn't happen that way all the time. And as we move forward now, what we're about to undertake has never been done before. Trying to put teams together like this, where you're talking a big number of players, whether it be the Lakers, the Miami Heat, it takes time. There's a learning curve. There's a galvanizing process that we have to go through, and you know what? We're going to have to be patient. So we're starting Monday as a staff. We're going to have a 2-day retreat, and what we're primarily going to be doing is what do each of these kids need from us? They're a talented crew. We'll have a talented team. They need coached. More than any team I've had, shared sacrifice is going to matter in this group. And they knew that coming here. I told every one of them, if you want to shoot 30 balls a game, you don't come here. If you want to be the only guy that's playing, that's the one guy everybody's talking about, you wouldn't come here. It may be ugly early, and we're playing good teams early. Through January, we may not be a very good team. The point is, by the end of the year, we have the talent, the size, the toughness, the skill set. How do we get each individual being at their best? How do we bring this team together? That'll be the challenge of this.
Now, Twany, you, of course, last year were part of the team. You did not meet the expectations, but the year before won a national championship. If you were in front of the team now, your teammates that are returning, these freshmen coming in, what advice would you give them about, from day one, what changes or how you set the mentality for a championship?
It's from day one, you know, when they all come in for summer school and start workouts and start conditioning and all that, just create that bond as brothers. And that's one thing that I felt like we were missing this year. You know, some guys were doing their own thing and going their own separate ways, and we wasn't as tight as we was last year with last year's national championship run. So from day one, I would tell the team just, you know, everybody just stick together. Don't let no outside influences, you know, come between the team, and just form their brotherhood from day one, because you never get that time back.
Can a freshman be a leader? And Cal talked today about some of the, you know, we called Julius Randle the Alpha Beast and the Harrison twins. As a veteran guy, can they respond to a freshman leader? Does it matter what class you are? Is it just kind of personality?
Yeah, freshmen can be leader. Like I said, the year we won the national championship, from day one, people like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Anthony Davis, they were in the gym the first day they got to school. And that inspired me because, you know, here I come, I'm a junior. You know, I'm walking into the gym, and here are freshmen already on the treadmill putting up extra shots on the first day of summer school. You know, I'm coming to school, and I'm trying to unpack my bags and rest a little bit, and these freshmen are in the gym, you know, working out already. So it kind of inspired me and a bunch of other guys, and, you know, they kind of pulled us along. Like Michael started the Breakfast Club, where he was getting up every morning, lifting weights. And so freshmen can be leaders.
Perrin, what last year, the way it ended, I know the veteran guys like Willie Cauley-Stein, Alex Poythress, Kyle Wiltshire, they know what it felt like. They understand the good and the bad, you know, where it goes wrong. For the freshmen coming in, how do you send that message to them and say, guys, this is where you don't want to be, but here's where you want to go, and here's how you get there?
I mean, it's going to be a multiple of two things. You're going to be guys that lead by example. They're not going to say nothing, but they're going to do above and beyond the Call of Duty as far as physical things go. And then you're going to have guys that verbally tell people what to do, how to get there, and motivate people verbally. Francisco was very verbal when I was in college. Taekwondo was more as do what I say, not do as I say, but he would lead by example,
right,
by how hard he worked. He's probably the hardest worker I've ever seen in my life. So, I mean, and Twany can attest to this. He's seen all those guys work. And, the thing about Kentucky is a lot of guys don't realize college, you're the focal point of college basketball. You're the defending national champion. Some of those guys might have been ready for that. Some of those guys might have not been ready for that. I don't know. I wasn't in that locker room. But with that being said, I mean, it's hard to follow up what you just saw the season before with a team that had only 2 losses.
Right. And Willie Cauley-Stein, Cal also said today, could go down eventually as the best player he's ever coached, one of the best players he's ever coached because of his potential. What are the things, from playing with Willie between now and next season where you think he will make an improvement or things he can work on become that great player?
I think Willie will get in the gym a lot this summer and, just work on his post moves. Willie probably runs the floor fast as I've ever seen a big man run the floor. It's similar to the way Anthony Davis ran the floor. And I think once he, probably get in the weight room a little bit, get stronger, Willie's going to be a great player next year.
And they have that talented roster, of course, with all the freshmen. But one freshman who's not there, of course, is Andrew Wiggins. Yesterday, he picked Kansas over UK. And John Calipari said he didn't lose much sleep over it today. He talked about his team and why he still likes them.
I'm as confident before and after his decision, and I wish him well. I mean, he's a great kid, and he's going to be a terrific basketball player. It didn't change me any. I was confident in this team and the group we had before and after.
Safe to say Cal's got the swag back. I mean, this is a different Cal. I mean, that was his, Andrew Wiggins, right? I mean, this is the year, right?
I mean, when you think about it and you look at it, okay, so we didn't get the best player in the country, but we still have the #1 recruiting class.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh darn it. That's not a bad constellation. If that's your constellation prize, come on now. We don't have a McLaren, but we have a Lamborghini. Yeah. Oh, gosh darn it. I guess I have to drive off in the Lamborghini. I will take that any day of the week.
Cal likes his team. He always says, I like my team. He likes this one for sure.